In January of this year, a group of students, staff, and a professor from Williams College traveled to Uganda with 10 donated laptops. In the capital city of Kampala, they began working in pairs to teach computer skills to young HIV/AIDS activists from the Ugandan Network of Young People with AIDS and the Global Coalition of Women Against AIDS in Uganda. In this fourth decade of the global AIDS pandemic, and with increasing global availability of treatment, we are now facing a new phenomenon, a generation of youth who were born and have grown up with the virus in their bodies.
Among African countries, Uganda is at the forefront of this battle. The country was hit early and hard by the epidemic, with the prevalence rate peaking in 1991 at around 15% of all adults and 30% of urban pregnant women. Civil society and government mobilized in response, and Uganda continues to be a model of active engagement. But at the same time, there are still areas of Uganda with little or no support. Even where there is support available, members of the community often don't access HIV/AIDS information and services, as the stigma of visiting an AIDS clinic can risk their relationships with their neighbors and loved ones.
The KaCOYPA project is intended to help address these issues through youth activism and sustainable outreach. At the end of training, the Williams Group and Kampala activists traveled to a town in the southwest part of Uganda called Kamwenge. Here, where the HIV prevalence rate is around 8.5% of the population, grassroots groups have attempted to spread awareness and reduce stigma, but have often been unsustainable due to inconsistent funding from external sources.
When the Kampala group arrived in Kamwenge, they helped a group of local young activists come together to form the Kamwenge Coalition of Young People Against AIDS, or KaCOYPA. With some support from Williams students, the now proficient Kampala youth passed on their computer skills to the KaCOYPA activists. The donated computers, a year's rent for a small space in town, and $600 for internet fees raised from an online campaign all came together to help KaCOYPA members build the Kamwenge Youth Center.
This center provides HIV/AIDS counseling and services, as well as computer training and other technology needs in the community. The center addresses two major issues. Through the nominal fees KaCOYPA charges for internet and printer use, as well as computer lesson tuition charges, the center provides a sustainable income source that allows the group to fund its outreach and remain independent of often temporary and unreliable external funding. Furthermore, as an internet cafe and technology education space, the KaCOYPA Center acts as a location where people can gather to learn about HIV/AIDS without being stigmatized.
The project has had tremendous success. Thanks to the support from the center, KaCOYPA has been able to reach over 5,000 people with positive messages and health lessons. The group has helped train teachers in how to instruct students on protecting themselves and accepting their neighbors. They have visited health clinics, worked alongside immunization drives, and held focus groups for people living with HIV/AIDS. That said, their success has not been without challenges. After several months of widespread community outreach, the KaCOYPA Internet Cafe ran into a problem. Maintaining the printer has become too expensive. Without a printer and photocopier, the Kamwenge Youth Center's business has dropped off by 75%. And without this income support, KaCOYPA has been unable to carry out the same volume of training and community awareness projects.
At the same time, the community members that would come to the youth center that use the printer, who could really benefit from the health information and services there, no longer come. Without the printer, these young men and women simply cannot make this project work. There are bills to be paid, internet, water, and electricity, as well as upkeep costs for the full-time volunteers. KaCOYPA's goals are not modest. They travel quite far to help spread HIV/AIDS awareness. They furthermore hope to spread their successful model of income generation to other parts of the country, but they simply cannot afford to continue without the business they get from a working printer and economical ink.
This Indiegogo campaign is all about getting the Kamwenge Youth Center back up and running to its full potential. With $1,000, the Youth Center will be able to purchase a sturdy printer and photocopier that can stand up to the consistent use and the harsh dust of Uganda's countryside, one that uses much more economical injectable ink. With your help to make this purchase, the center will start attracting community members again and become sustainable. So please, Take a minute to dig deeper into our project and help spread the word.